I went back to the same Tesla technician from the last two videos. He works at a Tesla dealership, has worked there for years, and at this point, he has inspected more used Teslas than most people have ever seen in person. I asked him one question. If a friend came to you before buying a used Tesla and asked what to actually check, what would you tell them? He said most people walk onto a used car lot and look at the paint and the interior, and completely miss the things that actually matter. Here is his checklist, in the exact order he would use it. The first thing he checks before anything else is the battery health report, and he is specific about how he gets it. He does not trust the range estimate on the dashboard because that number changes based on recent driving patterns and temperature. What he wants is the actual battery health percentage, which you can see by going into the Tesla app, tapping on your car, and requesting a battery report. On newer software versions, it is listed directly in the energy section. What he considers acceptable depends on the mileage. A car with 50,000 miles should be at 90% capacity or above. A car with 100,000 miles should still be at 85% or better. If a used Tesla at 80,000 miles is already showing 80% battery health, something has gone wrong in that car's charging history, and he would walk away from it without a second thought. Second is the charging history, and this one is harder to verify, but worth asking about directly. Ask whether the previous owner charged to 100% regularly, and whether the car spent a lot of time on superchargers compared to home charging. A car that lived its first 80,000 miles on daily 100% charges and frequent supercharging will have measurably worse battery health than a car with the same mileage that was charged carefully at home. If the seller cannot tell you anything about their charging habits, that is itself useful information. Sellers who charge their cars well almost always know it, and will tell you immediately because they are proud of it. Vague answers about charging history are a yellow flag. Third, check the 12-volt battery replacement date. We have covered this on the channel before, but in the used car context, it matters even more. The 12-volt battery typically needs replacing around the 3-year mark. On a used Tesla that is 4 or 5 years old with no record of a 12-volt replacement, you are almost certainly looking at a failure within the next few months. The battery itself costs about $100. The tow truck, when it dies without warning, costs more than that. When he is evaluating a used Tesla for someone, he asks for the full service history from Tesla records, which the seller can pull up in their Tesla account. If the 12-volt replacement is not on there, and the car is over 3 years old, he factors that $100 to $250 replacement into his offer price immediately. Number 4 is tire condition and wear pattern, and he looks at this differently than most people do. He is not just checking how much tread is left. He is looking at whether the wear is even across the tire. Uneven wear, when the inside or outside edge is worn significantly more than the center, tells him the car was either driven for an extended period with incorrect tire pressure, or it has an alignment issue that was never addressed. Either way, uneven wear means the previous owner was not paying attention to basic maintenance, which makes him wonder what else they ignored. A full set of Tesla tires runs $800 to $1,000 or more depending on the model. If the tires are unevenly worn and need replacing, that cost comes straight off what he is willing to pay for the car. Fifth is checking for any open recalls or service bulletins. Tesla issues over-the-air software fixes for many things, but some issues require a physical service visit, and not every owner gets around to scheduling them. You can check whether a specific Tesla has any open recalls by entering the VIN on the NHTSA website. the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. It takes about 30 seconds. He has seen used Teslas with open recalls that the seller was not even aware of, which is not necessarily dishonest. But it does mean the car has an unresolved issue that you would be inheriting. Tesla will fix open recalls for free, but you need to know they exist before you buy, so you can schedule the appointment rather than discover the problem on the road. Number 6 is the touchscreen and autopilot hardware generation, and this matters more than most buyers realize. Early Model S and Model X vehicles from roughly 2012 through 2018 used touchscreen hardware that had well-documented failure issues. Replacements ran $1,500 to $2,000. Tesla extended warranty coverage on some of these after losing a lawsuit, but that coverage has expiration limits. More importantly, older hardware generations cannot run the latest autopilot and full self-driving software, regardless of what you pay for it. Before buying any used Tesla, ask the seller what hardware generation the car has. Media Control Unit 2 is the minimum you want for a used Model S or Model X. For Model 3 and Model Y, this is less of a concern because those cars launched with updated hardware, but it is still worth confirming if you are buying an early 2017 or 2018 Model 3. 7th is a physical inspection of the charge port and the connector area. This is one of the quickest checks on the list and one of the most overlooked. He looks for any discoloration, corrosion, or physical damage around the charge port opening. A healthy charge port on a well-maintained Tesla should look essentially new, regardless of mileage. Discoloration or corrosion around the port usually means the car was regularly exposed to moisture in that area, either from automatic brush car washes or from a damaged port cover that was not addressed. A charge port replacement runs $500 to $600. It is not the end of the world, but it is a negotiating point, and more importantly, it tells him something about how the previous owner treated the car overall. And 8th, which he considers the most important non-technical check on the entire list, is pulling the full service history from Tesla's records before you agree to anything. Every Tesla service visit, whether it was a warranty repair, an out-of-warranty repair, or a routine maintenance item, is logged in Tesla's system and tied to the VIN. The seller can pull this up in their Tesla account and share it with you. He says a clean service history on a high-mileage Tesla is genuinely reassuring. It means the car has been maintained and that issues were addressed when they came up. A gap in the service history, especially around a period when a known issue existed for that model year, is something he wants explained before he proceeds. If a seller is reluctant to share the service history, he treats that as a serious red flag and walks away. The technician's overall advice for anyone buying a used Tesla was straightforward. The cars are genuinely well-built, and a high-mileage Tesla with a good history is often a better buy than a low-mileage Tesla with a bad one. The mileage number on the odometer matters less than what happened during those miles. Do these 8 checks, get the service history, and you will know more about the car you are buying than 90% of used Tesla buyers ever bother to find out. If you are in the middle of shopping for a used Tesla right now, drop your questions in the comments, and I will do my best to help. And if you want to keep getting practical advice like this, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one.